I have this Notepad application open on my Windows interface, and in this opened window I have this list available, and this list were retrieved from my colleague's computer this very morning. Now I went to one of my colleagues office this very morning, and when I got there I felt some unconducive environment based on the tense gesture of my colleague. So I quickly asked, brother, what is happening this very good morning? And he quickly responded that our boss has given him a task to perform, and that task is to create different directories based on the list that has been provided. And we are to keep some data available to these individual directories that is going to create. So, based on that, he was finding some ways and means or a simple task to perform to create these directories. So, I quickly came in, positively replied to him that, do you know we can use command prompt to perform this task? But today I'm going to show you another way and also a simple way you can create these directories whilst you have these directories available. So based on this issue I encountered with my colleague in this office, I am going to show you in this video two possible ways we can create directories out of this available list. And without any further ado, let's jump in and see how to perform this. Now that I have this particular window open with this list, what we are going to do is to click so that you have your cursor blinking in this particular window. Then we hold Ctrl plus A on the keyboard. You are going to have this list selected. Now let's hold Ctrl plus C. Now that these lists are copied to the clipboard of the computer system, we are going to navigate to a special software known as Microsoft Excel, which is going to quickly help us to create these directories. So what I'm going to do is to open Excel on my Windows interface. I already have this window opened, but if you don't have it open on your Windows taskbar, you can move straight forward to your start menu and open this application. Now I have this application opened. I'm going to hold Ctrl plus V on the keyboard. Now this is going to paste the copied list that we have in our Notepad application. I'm going to adjust these cells to suit the list that we have. Now I'm going to click the next cell, which is the first cell beside the first name of the employee. So what I'm going to do is type MD. So after typing the MD, I'm going to open the quotation mark and I'm going to type the name of the first employee. And I'm going to close this particular name with another quotation mark. Now let's hit the enter key. Before then, I'm going to adjust this cell so that we can see all the names fully shown in their individual cells. Now that we have this operation done, we don't need to retype the formula for the other staffs or employee. We can quickly hold Ctrl plus E on the keyboard, and this is going to apply this particular step-by-step instructions given to the first employee to these other employees. So you can see that I have this formula effect applied to these names. Now that we have this done, I'm going to select this cell, hold the Ctrl key, the Shift key, and the down arrow key. And I'm going to have all these names selected. Let's hold Ctrl plus C on the keyboard. So currently we have these present names copied into the clipboard of our computer system. So I'm going to get back to the Notepad application. And then since we have these names selected, we can hold Ctrl plus V on the keyboard. And this is going to overwrite the existing name, and currently we have the new names available with this formula effect. Now the next step that we are going to take is to click on File, and then in these options we are going to select Save As. You can also use the Ctrl key, the Shift key, and the letter S. Now we have the Save As dialog box open, and we have the option to choose the location where we want to have our directories located. So for tutorial purposes, I am going to select the desktop from the navigation pane. You can choose any other location in this particular pane. Now that this is selected, I'm going to move to the file name and then change the file name. and I have this name given to it. The next thing I'm going to add to the file name is an extension known as .bat. Then I'm going to move to this particular window and click on save. Now I'm going to minimize this. Now, when we get back to our Windows interface, which is our graphical interface, we have this file saved from the Notepad application, and this file is a batch file. Now, since we have this batch file, every execution that we had with the Excel and the Notepad application is available in this. Therefore, when we execute this file, which is a batch file, we need to see our folders created on this particular interface. So quickly we double click on this, or you can right click and choose open. So beautifully and also quickly, you can see that we have all these directories created on our Windows interface with the exact names that we have in the Notepad application. So you can see that we have 6 folders above here, and we have these 4 folders. Therefore, we have 10 folders created within a second using these 2 applications, the Excel and also the Notepad application. So this is the first approach you can use to create folders when you have an available list given to you by your boss or anybody, which can be 10, 20, or any amount of names that has been given to you. You can create your folders using this particular trick. Now, the second way to do this, before then I'm going to delete all these folders. Now, the second approach you can apply to creating of your directories using the list available in your Notepad application. This is when you don't have Microsoft Excel on your computer system. So what you have to do is to click before the first name, then you type MD, hold the shift key and apply your quotation mark. Then with a combination of your control key and the arrow keys, which are the left or the right arrow key, you can jump to the end of the name. Then you add another quotation mark. So based on this, you can do that for all the other names that we have here. So give me some time to do this. Now I have applied all the formula effects using the MD and the quotation mark around the names. The reason why we have the quotation mark around these names is because we have spaces between the names. If not, we are going to have them as individual. So now that we have this done, we can follow the same procedure. We can use Ctrl Shift S on the keyboard so that we can quickly have our save as dialog box. Now I'm going to select the location, change the file name, then we add the .bat, and then we click on save. Now I can close my window. On the desktop we have the batch file, so you can double click, and this is also going to create your directories on the location that you created your batch file. This second step might be a tedious work, but because we don't have Excel, that is why I showcase this particular method to you. That is, if you don't have Excel, you can quickly add your MD and also the quotation mark to your names and create your folders out of the list that you have. So this was the encounter my friend had and how we quickly resolve it, and that wows our boss in our company. So if this video gave you some help, please, I would like you to like, comment, share, and also keep on subscribing to have post notification from this particular channel. Thank you and see you in the next one.